Noisy Pixel.
Adventure RPGs are a classic when it comes to video games, and the late 90s and early 2000s was a great time for the genre as a whole. It also was a time that I would find myself fighting monsters and exploring caverns in various Super Nintendo and PC titles. Nowadays, there's been plenty of modern games that draw influence from and pay tribute to these older titles, but I've never had the pleasure of playing one quite like Rainbite's newest adventure. My name is Brian Lee, and this is Noisy Pixel's review for Reverie. Reverie takes place in a fictional island off the coast of New Zealand, which is fitting because that's where the development studio is based. The main story is centered on the legend of Maui, referred to in this game as Heke, who fished up the island only to be cast away by his jealous brothers, whom he curses in return. The brothers' spirits become angry and cause all sorts of misfortunes around the island, which means that it's up to the protagonist to quell the angered spirits to bring peace and order to the island. Gameplay in Reverie mostly revolves around exploring towns to interact with NPCs, and then heading to a dungeon to take out some baddies. The simple formula isn't seen as mundane or unoriginal. To be honest, I enjoyed the straightforward nature of it all. While the game has several similarities to some of my favorite retro titles, it does do enough to stand out and present some unique features. One of my favorite parts about Reverie is how lighthearted and charming the story is. This also includes the boss battles that range from things like a washing machine or fugitive octopus. However, the grunt enemies in the game aren't as unique. For the most part, I mainly just encountered rats, bees, and other wildlife creatures, which felt a little too plain for a game revolving around legends and spirits. One thing I couldn't get the hang of is the hitbox detection in the game when attacking enemies. Additionally, aiming the dart gun weapon can be a bit difficult when trying to be precise. Other than that, Reverie is a beautiful and charming game that is consistently entertaining throughout the entire adventure. Even though some aspects can seem repetitive, it's easy to stay immersed in this beautifully executed homage to retro adventure games. Reverie's just what I needed after playing more modern takes on the adventure RPG. The game provides some really nice moments where I was eagerly awaiting what was coming up next, and that's enough for me to recommend this to all fans of the genre. Noisy Pixel is giving Reverie an 8 out of 10. As always, thank you for tuning into the review. For the full written review, as well as more awesome video game content, be sure to check out our website at noisypixel.net.